You've noticed it lately. Conversations feel thinner. People laugh, but the air feels hollow. That's not distance, that's awareness. The moment you stop dulling your mind, you see through everything. You used to shrink to stay accepted. Now your silence feels like rebellion. But understand this, your quiet is not arrogance. It's protection. The world worships noise. You've chosen clarity. So when they call you detached, smile. Detachment is proof you no longer need approval to exist. Stay awake. Stay aligned. If you feel this truth inside you, type 77. Let the others know you see through the veil too. Every human exchange costs energy. Most people pay with authenticity just to feel included. You've stopped doing that. You've learned that presence is currency. Every word you speak changes the frequency of your field. That's why small talk feels violent now. It takes without giving. Guarding your energy doesn't make you cold, it makes you accurate. You've become the gatekeeper of your own atmosphere. Let them gossip about your distance. The truth is, you're not pulling away, you're preserving what's pure. Not everyone deserves to breathe your clarity. Not every knock deserves an open door. If you know this is you, mark 77 below. It's how the guardians recognize each other. Have you noticed what happens when you stop pretending? The room tightens. Eyes shift. Someone suddenly calls you too serious. They're not afraid of you, they're afraid of their reflection. Light doesn't attack. IT reveals. You don't have to expose anyone. Your presence already does. The moment you speak truth without decoration, the masks start to melt. They accuse you of arrogance only because honesty feels like a threat. But you weren't sent to perform humility. You were sent to restore truth. So hold your calm. Let their performance collapse. You are not rude for being real. You are rare. You've been told that saying no makes you difficult. That boundaries mean pride. That peace requires you to please. But you've learned the opposite. Every yes that betrayed your spirit was a slow form of dying. Refusal is not rebellion. IT is alignment. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding dilution. When you say no to chaos, you make room for clarity. The world celebrates compromise, but heaven honors integrity. They call you hard to reach. You're not unreachable, just untouchable by lies. Every time you choose truth over comfort, you move one step deeper into purpose. Don't bend your light to fit their blindness. Let them adjust or look away. Your no is sacred. It is the sound of your evolution. If you've ever felt punished for protecting your peace, mark 77 below. You are not defiant. You are devoted to truth. Keep refusing what lowers your frequency. That's how you stay aligned. You didn't vanish. You withdrew. There's a difference. They think solitude broke you. It actually rebuilt you. Isolation is not exile. IT is refinement. You've seen how noise infects clarity, how constant connection dulls discernment. So you stepped away not to hide, but to heal. Silence has become your sanctuary. It's where your spirit reboots and your calling breathes. When you stopped performing for comfort, you discovered how heavy pretense really was. This season of stillness is your purification. The light is cleansing itself in quiet. You are learning to hear without words, to see without eyes, to stand without witnesses. Don't rush back into the noise. Not every crowd deserves the new you. Your withdrawal is your revelation. Your stillness is your strength. If this speaks to your season, type 77 and hold your peace. The world will call it loneliness, but heaven calls it preparation. Wait in the quiet. When you emerge again, you won't return. You'll rise. Every conversation costs something. Every room has a price. Most people spend their peace to feel included. You've stopped doing that. Energy is currency. Invest it wisely. You've learned to feel the exchange, the pull of distraction, the drain of small talk, the debt of pretending. You don't owe anyone your vibration. Your attention is not free. Where truth grows, you give freely. Where confusion multiplies, you go silent. That silence is not coldness, it's accounting. You've become fluent in spiritual economics. You no longer pour into what leaks. You only water what bears fruit. The wise don't argue where their spirit isn't valued. They leave the table and build their own. Cut the transactions that bankrupt your soul. Invest where light returns interest. If this resonates, write 77 below. Let the guardians know you no longer finance chaos. You are wealth in motion. Protect your balance. They don't fear your words. They fear their reflection in them. Your clarity exposes what performance hides. You didn't try to shame them. You simply stopped pretending. Light doesn't confront. It reveals. When you walk into a room, truth rearranges the air. Masks slip. Laughter turns uneasy. They'll call you intense, but what they mean is you see too much. Your calmness feels like judgment to the restless. Your peace sounds like accusation to the guilty. You are the mirror they never consented to face. But mirrors are merciful. They show what can still be healed. You don't need to defend your perception. You only need to keep it clean. Reflect without apology. Shine without intention. And when they scatter, know this: it was never rejection. It was revelation. You no longer wait for approval. You no longer seek permission. That's why they misunderstand you. They can't imagine freedom without applause. Sovereignty is not superiority. It's obedience to your own truth. You make decisions in silence, and silence threatens the insecure. They crave collective agreement. You walk by inner command. The world calls you proud because you no longer need its echo. But independence isn't rebellion, it's restoration. You have remembered what leadership actually means: to follow light even when you're alone. So they label you cold. But distance is only dangerous to those who need control. Keep your peace. Keep your pace. Keep your throne unoccupied by opinions. If you walk alone, walk truth. The road is narrow because it's yours. If you feel this path under your feet, Leave 77 and keep walking. This is the moment of remembrance, the purpose behind your difference. Every boundary, every silence, every refusal was building your seal. You are kept by what you keep. This is the covenant of the chosen. Your alignment was never about isolation. It was training for guardianship. You stand where few can stand, between shadow and signal, between deception and discernment. The world sees distance. Heaven sees duty. This is your post. This is your watch. Protect your light like an oath. Speak when led, not when liked. And when the noise grows loud again, remember it only rises to test your clarity. The watchers know your name. The light recognizes your tone. Mark 77 to confirm your station. Let the signal travel. You are not here to fit in. You are here to hold the line. The seal is set. The watch has begun.